Walden from Walden Interiors. I'm a leading expert in vegan interior design. Interior design, it's a collaborative effort between myself and the many trades and vendors that I work with. And this relationship and partnership really enhances the final project for my clients. Today, I'm talking with Ralph Tarnofsky from Professional Audio Consultants in Melbourne, New Jersey. I hope you enjoy the chat as we talk about what it's like to work together and how we can achieve the best results for our clients. Hey, Ralph, thanks so much for joining me today. Maybe you can talk a little bit about what you do.
Sure, I can give you a nice little description of what PAC does. Professional Audio Consultants has been in business since 1973, and we've been offering technologies that include audio, video, and automation for home and business. We have a nice showroom in downtown Melbourne where we have all those technologies available so people can experience them firsthand. And our real specialty, I believe, is the home consultation with our clients and getting to really know their lifestyle and their expectations for their technologies so that we can make recommendations that are really going to solve the problems they may have and be long-term solutions ongoing for all of their technologies in their home. And that includes in and outside of their home, because we also specialize in outdoor music, video, and path lighting. And frequently in this process, we're always looking to work with other people as a team. So we try to create a team approach with interior design and architectural professionals, because we all have to observe each other's expertise and work together to make sure that our client is getting the full benefit of what we all do.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the way I start too, is with, an in-home consultation, because to offer the best final outcome of the project is really understanding a client's lifestyle, a client's needs, their aesthetic. So do you find that there's, it's important for knowing aesthetic too when you're working with a client? How do you incorporate that? Actually, that's interesting.
Asking the right questions and being able to observe what you're seeing in their home when you go to visit in the first place. If it's an existing home, of course, if it's a new construction project and there isn't anything to really see other than wood studs and sheetrock that's going up, then we don't have the ability to see what they've already are enjoying and what they already have set up. But you have to ask the right questions. And for example, I've got clients who are perfectly happy with conventional speakers that are installed in their ceilings and their walls with grills. They're okay with the grills being painted, and they try to fade them out of view. However, I do have clients who are more particular than that, and they want invisible speakers. So we have speakers that completely disappear into the wall or the sheetrock ceiling, and they're painted and there's no grill. You would never know they're there until you take out your phone and turn on your streaming music system. So those are two options that people have, and some people don't care about that invisibility, and they are just happy with having the speakers in the conventional way that we've been doing for all these years.
Well, as an interior designer, I like the invisibility aspect of speakers, because they can be overwhelming. Although, we worked on a project for a client. You also have worked in my home. In my home, I have these big honking speakers that are older technology, but we worked with those. And when I'm working with a client and having to incorporate their audiovisual needs, it's, okay, what do they have existing, or what have you recommended? And sometimes that can be a much larger piece of apparatus that's required. And so
Well,
knowing that in advance, working with you and knowing that um, really can significantly make the aesthetic outcome of the project better.
that's very true. And it also holds true for video as opposed to audio and music. The big screen TV is obviously very popular. Everybody has at least one or more, and they can be installed in a lot of different ways. And when we have an interior designer like yourself that we're working with, we recommend possibly doing something different than the usual TV up on the wall above the fireplace. So that could be a mirror TV instead,
Right.
which is very subtle, and you don't know it's a TV until you turn it on. And we also have the digital art frame TVs that look like a beautiful piece of artwork until
Yeah.
you turn, and then they become a television. They come in all different sizes, and there's a lot of applications for those, and people don't even realize they exist until either an astute interior designer recommends them, or if I'm brought in on a consultation, I can make sure they're aware of those as well, and they have an option there for those.
Yeah, well, I design a lot of family rooms, living rooms, and of course televisions and audiovisual apparatus is really center of how you create the space, for TV watching, etc. So it's great working with someone like you from PAC that we can I can understand much better what your needs are, what requirements you need in order to meet the client's needs for their audiovisual, and then my needs to make sure we can get the aesthetic and combining those. And the sooner I'm working on those two ideas together, the better the outcome is, really.
Yes, agreed. And the other aspect to all of this has to do with another technology that we do frequently, which is home automation. So we're
Mm,
getting very frequently with motorized shades, drapes, and lighting control. So those are all very, very critical to the end result that you're trying to create in each of those rooms is the lighting effect, the way the room is lit, the way the artwork in the room is lit,
yep.
and all that you're part of designing, and also the window treatments. So having motorized shades available for windows that require them is a great thing to be able to provide and have control of over your phone. And obviously working with you on the fabric choices, and also whether those shades are blackout or whether they're opaque or
Yeah.
whether they're translucent, and all the different fabric options that are available. So we have to definitely coordinate those decisions and help our end user get the right look that they're expecting.
Yeah. There are lots of little details to really create the best outcome. And it's so hard to think of them all when you start the project, but as you address the client's needs and look sort of to future needs as well, because that's also part of it. It's like maybe they don't need it today because it just so happens it's in the middle of the winter and they're not thinking about the sunlight streaming in or whatever the case may be. It's knowing in a different season or at a different stage. And we've talked about that too, about how you have that home automation. You're able to access any problems with remotely should a client's needs, should something happen. Can you talk a little bit about that too with your automation?
Sure. The tech support that's being offered for these somewhat complicated systems is really critical. So aftercare, I think, is something that all people who are looking for technology as part of their project need to consider. So it's something that you think about in the beginning when you're making decisions about what you're purchasing and where you're purchasing it from. You want to know that the company is going to be around to support the product and provide that aftercare when you need it. And being able to do that remotely is, I think, really crucial. I've been spending, almost every day lately with the high demand there is right now on people's computer networks
Right.
and technology in their home. Everybody is home right now. So we've been doing quite a bit of system maintenance and system resets remotely from over the internet via our phone or our computer. So our clients, all they need to do is send us an email that says what the problem is and any other details they can give us about what they're observing. And then we can go online, take a look, push a couple buttons and reset their system. And we can reset the entire system if that's what's needed. Or we can reset just their TV or just their cable box or whatever the component is that we think is causing the problem. So that's something that is, I think, pretty much indispensable these days, particularly if it's, let's say, on a weekend at 9 p.m. at night, Saturday night, your family is sitting down to watch a Netflix stream on their Roku or their Apple TV and the picture freezes. Well, that could be either a catastrophe or it could be a quick email to PAC and you're back up and running in 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, it's super to be able to have all those pieces connected and just to, to make it so that, our clients can be in their homes and it's easy for them because, to have it difficult and cumbersome and, that's exhausting. And the whole point of helping them with our audiovisual, with our, even the functioning of their home, etc. For me, and I know it must be for you, is really to make it so easy that they don't have to worry about it. And you've got that all taken care of, which is fabulous.
We've over the years, we've really, I think, evolved in terms of system control for our clients. So instead of designing systems that only people in their 20s and younger are comfortable, we design systems so that people in their 80s and beyond are capable of working and understanding. And that's the true test, is if I can take a universal remote or an iPhone or a Droid with an app on it and hand it to an 85-year-old and say, work your system. And they can successfully get that system working without me having to coax them and answer a zillion questions. I know that what we've designed is really going to be user-friendly for everybody.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. I mean, that's great because technology keeps changing, and to keep up on top of it and to, know how to deal with it is, for me, it's exhausting. So it's great to have somebody like you come in and help with that process for all different age groups. So thank you so much, Ralph. I appreciate you coming out and talking about what you do and how that helps in making your home, in making your clients' home like a place for them that they want to be, that's easy, that is fun, and they don't have to worry about all this stuff. And you've really got it covered.
Well, to me, it's all about one critical word, and that word is listening. If you can listen, and you can just let people finish all their thoughts, then when you're ready, you can have a discussion. But a lot of people who do what we do, they leave that important word listening out, and they just want to do all the talking. And that's, to me, that's a huge difference. So thank you for chatting with me, and I love working with you. I think we work well together, and we exchange a lot of great ideas when we're on a project, and the net result is really happy clients.
And that's the key. Happy clients. Happy clients. That's what